So it's a new day, and now the inner wing's all welded in. I'm going to remove the space saver and try and pull the lower wing bracket into place. Time to tackle that.
In the crash, the wheel has obviously gone back and hit the inner wing mount. So I'm just pulling little bits of the bracket out and trying to straighten little pieces.
You need the welding hammer.
See that there, otherwise you're saying you want to try and pull it straight. Can you not just, like you say, put something on it, wrap it around there, just turn it, just to get it out and then knock it up.
Which?
That.
Yeah.
Because it's a nightmare trying to pull it straight in it with something like that. But if you just put something on it, around it, and just turns it, just so you yanked it this way somewhat.
What do you mean? Put something on it, yeah.
You was talking about pulling this, wrapping all kinds around it, so it'll try and pull straight.
Strap on there, so it's like to here. Wrap it around that, so it's back on itself. Put it flatter than that and pull it round.
Does that pull dead straight? I probably will pull straight actually. Yeah.
Sort of, as close as we get.
Yeah.
That's about our best bit at the minute.
As Andy's pulling the bracket out, I've just got on with doing something else and I've cracked on with doing the seam sealer.
We're ready for seam sealer. I'm making a little contraption.
So to pull this bracket straight, because it needs to be pulled straight towards the front of the car.
They've made just a little bracket out of a flat bar.
And then we can just leave it off the car, subframe with a wrecking bar.
What are you guessing?
I know, the shit works.
Yeah, it does, but...
Still it yanks it off. I was getting a bit nervous there because I got whacked to the edge with the bar.
A lot of pressure behind that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, move it away just in case it does yank it off. It is working, like.
Yeah. Oh, that's working lovely. Not a budget, it works. Wow, no. It works.
The little tool we made worked wonders, to be honest. Pulled it exactly where it needed to be. We test fitted the wing, yeah, bolts on. So, lovely jubbly, man.
Lovely jubbly.
So now I'm finishing this bracket off. Liam's just going to chuck some seam sealer on the inner wing to seal it up. It's Picasso.
Picasso. Seam sealer, yeah. Any basically seams that you have.
All this stuff.
Where you've welded.
Oh, that's factory seam sealer. Slapped up.
Rough as ass, man. Yeah. The idea of the tape is when you pull it off, it leaves you nice.
Yeah, get a nice neat line.
Nice neat lines. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Look at that. Seam sealer is professional work. It's a bit alright, isn't it?
Seam sealer porn, that.
Oh yeah. Anyone that was into seam sealer will be
You could use every bit of that part of it.
We've noticed we missed the spot weld, so I'm just going to fill that full of weld. The brush.
Yeah, what's it? Vent?
Does that have to vent up?
You had to go bottom first. Go under there. Now that the seam sealer's done, we've buzzed the weld back. We're going to fly over it dead quick with the old little sander and it'll be ready for painting. We're going to replace the whole suspension on the driver's side front corner and move on to doing the interior. So we know the wishbone was damaged, the driveshaft was damaged, and I think there was a little dent in the shock, so we just made the call to replace the whole leg really.
So I'll start by taking the caliper off, the wishbone mount bolts, driveshaft, trap rod end, ABS sensor, and then top mount bolts, and it all should come free.
Might see me going around cleaning bits up with the drill here and there, because I do it randomly like.
Right, so after trying to remove the drop link, the bolt was just spinning. I had a pair of mold grips on the inner bit and it was still spinning. So in the end, for the price of it, we just thought we'd buy a new one and we should chop it off.
No. It's only about £9 or something, weren't they? Something stupid
10.
like that. So now all the suspension's off, we're going to remove the drive shaft and try and put the new one back in.
And the good thing about VWs, they tend to have a flange on the gearbox and be bolted on, whereas on other cars you normally pull them out the gearbox and it drips oil everywhere. So on this one we're just going to unbolt it and hopefully bolt the other one straight back on.
Proper bent that thing, isn't it? Like,
Oh yeah.
when you look down it straight.
Yeah.
The last one, I don't know.
No, that's probably the second one. Looks different, that one. Right, so now it's out, we've got them both side by side and notice one's completely different, and I'm assuming the parts guy we got the parts off was a manual and this is the SG, so now we're going to try and make one shaft out of the two.
At the end of the day now, that doesn't fit, so you might as well just try and knock that off, swap it for that one, see if it goes on.
Yeah, so let's get back to trying to get a refund there.
No, 6 hour drive just to try and get £100 back.
We're just going to remove the inner CV off R1 and try and put it on the replacement part one and see if that works.
Taking these off me is such a pain in the ass.
Oh, listen. What do you mean, the clips or?
No, the CV joint. Sometimes you give them a decent knock and they just come off, don't they?
Yeah.
And sometimes you can be whacking and whacking and whacking. I was playing with 2 shafts.
Yeah, at once.
Saturday night skiing schedule.
Yeah.
That was fast skiing, that.
Sprint skiing.
Sprint skiing, yeah. Like that.
Quartet. Stick for that one. Tie a ring on. Shake it out. That's gonna come off. There you go.
Tie a ring, go everywhere.
The right way to go, just the wrong way to do it.
Yeah. Ah, different.
Yeah. Right, what we'll do is chop it. Right, so we've run into a problem. The inner CV off our drive shaft won't fit on the replacement.
There's one of the shafts a lot thicker than the other one.
It's like mine and yours, that. So we're just going to ring NTS and order a new one.
Alright, mate, nice one to the bit.
That's all we'll be able to do now. Put that suspension back on.
£90 for the full shaft. I'm now with that.
Probably paid 70 quid for that one.
I know. Right, so nowhere near the same shafts. Inners are different, so that way. Different ends. So we just priced a new one. New one's only 90 quid, so we're going to do that. We probably should have done that first, like, but you know, it's only a bit of grease. Should be in this afternoon, the new one.
So while we're waiting for the drive shaft, we're just going to refit all the suspension components and get that sorted and just wait for the new one to arrive.
This morning, nice.
Yeah.
Same reason as the shape caliper. Sell it.
That's on. That needs copper greasing and then putting on. Driveshaft in, suspension done.
Right, so now all the suspension's back on, we're going to get on with the interior.
First I'm going to remove the airbag, just purely because there's a seat there and I can sit down and take it out. And then we're going to get the seats out and then crack on with the rest of the dash. Make sure the ignition's up. Yeah.
Now the seat's out, Paul's just turned up, he's going to remove the screen for us.
Just for more space really, and he's just going to come back at a later date to refit it.
But he's nice like that.
Yeah, he's a good lad. When it comes to it, you know, you could do the full job, it's just easier for us. Yeah, it's fine by me, mate.
Not like a friggin' a 90-degree blade, and he just puts the rubber, puts the sealant.
There's a cable on it that you can pull on. You know what I mean? It's hard graft. That's why his arms are massive.
Yeah.
Putting screens out every day. Right, so now the windscreen's out.
We're going to carry on with the dash, start removing trims and get the infotainment system out.
I think it's a stupid word, that mate.
It is,
It doesn't sound real.
I know. Infotainment.
Infotainment.
Music
Stereo
box.
with sat nav in you. Right, so while taking the dash out, we got it 90% loose, but noticed something on the right hand side was stopping us.
So we thought when we were removing the dash that the light switch would just come out with the dash, but turns out it doesn't, and there's a bit of trickery going on.
So I'm going to ring my mate Jamie at SEC. He's a bit of a VW nut, to see if he's got any tricks that could help us out here. Go on, come here. Off. Yeah. Push it in. Don't keep it pushed in and turn to the right. Turn to the right. Right, stop there.
I've seen something, you know.
Right. That was a cheeky little trick. What's that all made of? No, I'd have been carried on yanking until I cracked. Push it in, turn it round and then pull, and the whole thing comes out. And it turns out there's a little sneaky bolt behind it. And what's the indicator stalks have not got nothing underneath. It's got the barrel and that's it. There's no module. Yeah, and the buttons are on the back that you press down to release them. Oh, there we go. Just done it. Right, so now we've got that out, the dash comes straight out.
Should have done a big yeah, and it slid off. We were f***ing about that for we were good out, weren't we?
What a mess without the dashing.
Yeah, there's a mess without the dashing.
The dash sorts it right out. Yeah. So it's time to get the new one back in.
So let's get it all back together and we'll try and route all the cables to where they need to be before we bolt the dash back properly. Then we can get all the trims and stereo and all that bolted back in and connected up.
The worst part about doing a dash, definitely put it back in and getting the wiring in the right place. That's it. I don't find them.
They're not hard.
I don't mind doing them. It's literally just
sitting on the floor.
Yeah, the bent knees. The bent knees is a bad one.
Stabbing in your ribs.
Keep your arms on.
So now that the dash is done, it's time to strip the interior and get the seatbelt swapped out.
That bit there goes behind that bit there in the boot.
Bad design this,
Yeah.
just to get to the seatbelts.
To take the bit you want out, you've got to take from the back to the front out.
Yeah, the whole interior virtually.
Pain in the ass.
Mate, it's a nightmare though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you say, you want one panel off, there's another panel over it, and then you go round to the boot and there's another panel over both of them. And then one on the top over both of them, but then you can't get that bottom one off because you've got to take the boot carpet out or something.
Makes it very aggravating.
It's nightmare.
Going with these belts.
I'll message the windscreen man now and say that flashes in. So when a car crashes and the airbags go off, it tends to set all the pretensioners off and the seat belts as well, and they always tighten up. So you've got to replace them as well. Just get this in.
Is that why you're taking
The
them off?
seatbelts.
Seatbelts.
Replacing the seatbelts in it.
Why they seized up?
Yeah,
They
Is
go
that
in.
normal that?
Yeah.
keep you where you are, innit? So when you crash it like that,
Yeah.
do it away so they go tight.
But you can't repair them, they're literally gone.
You can send them off to thingy to get them. Now that the seat belts are done, we're going to get all the interior put back together, get the seats in, get the steering wheel back on.
Where's the airbag for this?
Right.
Where's the airbag?
It'll be in the boot, but I can't open the boot.
The airbag was slightly different. It had one less earth connection, so I'm going to ring the airbag team and see what they're saying about it.
So seats back in.
Right, so now the interior is done, the drive shaft's just arrived, so we're going to get that fitted and then we can get the wheel on and then we've got a drivable car again. Go on the floor now, can't it? It's like the steering wheel's just snapped off.
Right, so if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and leave us a comment.
We appreciate them all and we try and get back to each and every one of you. And you can also follow us on Instagram.
See you all next time.
Yes.